This is modern Earth. For eons, magic, advanced technology, and other strange phenomena have remained hidden from people like you and me. One day in March 2019, all of that changed with the Unveiling. 10-foot-tall metal insectoid creatures arrived through portals and wrought destruction. Zed, Goose, Tyke, and Carl fought the horrors, but in the chaos, a mysterious company called IS Corp seized the opportunity and traded protection for power and resources. Our heroes saw them for what they really are: evil. They turned an IS Corp agent named Fitz to their cause, and now they fight IS Corp as they uncover the source of the attack on our realm. Welcome to another episode of RPGs Anonymous.
It's happening.
Why don't you guys talk to us real quick? What went down last time?
We got in a helicopter.
Why did you get in a helicopter?
Because we had to run away.
Yeah, we teamed up with the IS Corp people who lived and got away to the helipad.
Yep.
I think Batman
we
was
had to
there
worry
at one point.
about. Nah.
I don't think so.
We had to worry about the fact that Ajax turned one of the monsters into a nemesis, and we had to leave.
Yep.
Carl tried to knit the holes in space with giant knitting needles and magic thread, and then he got knocked out or something like that.
Yeah. Do y'all remember why you were there in the first place?
Yeah, we got the file.
Yeah, we got the file that's going to help us find my wife's old partner. I think.
Cool. That I'm proud of you. That is yes, that is it.
And luckily, Ajax scooped that up off the floor after Goose threw it on the floor and ignored it and left.
Yeah, I just still don't know if that was a goof or not.
You're gonna have to dig it out of You're gonna have to get it out of Ajax's poo. He doesn't have pockets.
Oh my god. Yes. So yeah. Okay. So you guys are in the IS Corp compound. We've been in there for, I think, half of the episodes, almost, nearly. So y'all were looking for information about Goose's wife's murderer, who all you knew was it was something to do with IS Corp. You went in, did some stuff, found a mech, did some more stuff, went into the virtual space.
We summoned a mech. We fathomed one out of nothingness.
Yes, you with the power of your minds, you created a mech out of thin air.
That seems right.
Yeah. That's how I remember it.
Yeah.
That's how Tyke remembers it.
And yes, so you were there to do the find the wife thing. You eventually got to that point, did the virtual space thing, more stuff, big standoff, lots of horrors, chase sequence. You guys left with a small to medium contingent of IS Corp guards and what's her name? God, why do I forget?
Serafina.
Yes, Serafina.
Serafina.
Yeah, Serafina. Fina. With the captain, Serafina, the captain of Counter, which have been the agents that have been sort of like trying to bring you back, and make sure that you're not doing anything crazy out in the world. So y'all escaped onto a big flying bus, basically. Saw that there were rioters outside of the Portland building. Many, hundreds, if not thousands of them, protesting, saying down with IS Corp, stuff like that, unleashed the rest of the horrors on the rest of the city and began to fly away. So the question is, what do you guys do? And second, who's flying this thing?
Serafina.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what the last episode said, according to my notes.
Really? Okay, sure, I believe you. She would know how to fly it, so.
Let's see. Piloting's an agility-based skill, right?
I think so.
Yes, it is.
Does Goose have piloting?
No. No,
Okay, so he's
I
just-
feel like I can co-pilot, just sit there and do what she tells me.
He does have
Okay.
a high agility.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Or at least
He's
the
also-
highest in the group.
Also lucky.
Yeah.
Also
Just do
true.
it blindfolded.
I'm just gonna
Just
keep
by
hitting the
sheer
muffin
luck.
button.
Okay, so let's have you do this. Let's have you do a piloting check, because why not? I don't think this is particularly difficult. I think Fitz has designed this to be easy to fly, probably. So I'm gonna say average to purple. But I'm going to give you 2 black for distractions and 1 blue for Fina helping you.
I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 more blue die with that touch of fate.
3 successes, 4 advantages.
Yeah.
Why can't I tell the
Yeah.
difference between advantages and threats?
On the Star Wars die, the advantage symbol looks a lot like the failure symbol.
That's probably why, because I think I have the Star Wars dice. And these are the Genesis dice, so that always just confused me. Okay, yeah, I think you're fine. I think you are piloting just fine. In fact, maybe you even have had to do this before. Who knows? But I think with Fina helping you out, the ease of the controls, there is a lot of chaos. This is in no way a flying into the sunset moment. This is more of a semi-war zone moment as you guys are lifting off quickly out of this like building that is not in great shape, is being torn apart by horrors, and there are protesters that you can now, once the doors open, you guys begin to lift off, you can hear the din of these protesters. Just, it's very loud because there are so many of them. And you guys start to fly away. Where are you headed? And what is on the docket? What's the goal? What are you guys doing?
We have coordinates.
We found out. Yeah, we have coordinates, and didn't we find out that they had Tyke's sister?
Yes.
killed?
Sam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to go save Sam.
Yeah,
so
we have to go save Sam. It's on the list.
Sam
Yeah.
is in the blackout zone. That's where the bonus episodes happened, where you guys sent the big protests. You guys have coordinates, which are about... well, we can have you guys make a navigation check or something like that when you guys want to get into that. Are you going to do anything about the situation on the ground as you're leaving, or are you going to head straight for the next thing?
I think saving your sister's priority numero uno, right?
For us, yeah. I don't know what the IS Corps people in the helicopter want to do.
I think for them right now, it is a lot of deep breaths and like collapsing and like not like still a lot of shock. They are still processing some very intense information. They were just being chased by many horrors, probably more than any of them have come into contact with at any one point, which were summoned into being by one of their own. So I think there is a lot of confusion and shock in their masses, and I think Fina is very focused on just like helping you fly at the moment and like kind of damage control, taking like once you get settled at the helm, Goose, she probably goes back and just starts checking on all of the other IS Corp people, making sure that everybody's okay, making sure that like wounds are getting treated and stuff like that. So I don't think they're doing anything really.
Am I able to like sort of like be in the... Wait, am I like controlling the mech? I can't remember. Or am I just passed out?
Dan is controlling the mech.
Okay.
That actually is a great segue though, because you guys can roll to recover strain and wounds at this point. Which I believe
that's beautiful.
Are they doing medicine checks right now? Healing people? Because I got some crits that need to go away.
I don't think there's anybody that is really trained to do that in here. The closest person would be Fina, and that is not her bag. So I think it is basically just a bunch of like field medicine, like the basis stuff, like people that have cuts and stuff like that are getting bandaged, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, there's probably like a first aid thing in that helicopter.
Yep.
So this is a roll to wake up, right?
Basically, yeah. I believe this is based off of. I don't actually remember.
I think it can either be discipline or resilient.
Yeah.
It's discipline for you all, and there's a talent that can give you resilience, which is what Ajax has.
I cannot find my thing. Where did
Yeah, if you have the hard-boiled talent, you can use a simple resilience check to recover strain and wounds after an encounter.
All my stuff is like missing. Where is it? There
Ready.
we go.
So is that just two
Simple,
wounds?
yeah, simple
Yeah, it should
is
be simple, so
uncontested.
uncontested. And then you recover an amount of wounds equal to your successes and an amount of strain equal to your.
Oh wait, those are advantage.
And this is indicative of essentially you guys getting a little bit of time to rest. So that kind of assumes that you guys are going to travel a little bit. So like you get, a bit of a nap.
Well, that's good. I was down to 2 strain, so that helps.
I'm doing good.
I was down to 2 wound.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah, because I stayed up for a while after I dropped below 0.
I'm at 16 wounds after getting healed.
Freaking Ajax. Oh my god.
Goodness, that's crazy. I have a max of 11.
Ajax worries me. Ajax is is like the barbarian, and barbarians in D&D always make me worried about how I'm going to balance things. And Ajax does that for this. I'm always worried about how I'm going to balance things with Ajax. Yeah, Rage Poodle. Definitely. Okay, so everybody healed up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think then that essentially what this looks like is you guys are flying away, popping some yoo-hoos, just chilling, taking a nap, switching off back and forth. There's autopilot, so I don't think it is like direct stuff. So the question remains, are you guys headed to the coordinates, or are you guys going to head straight to the blackout zone?
I mean, it might be morbid, but like, my wife's been dead a while. It can wait a little bit longer. We gotta save the sister.
Yeah. Save the one that can still be saved.
Yeah, I think right about this time is when the mech opens, and I just sort of like fall out of it, but awake.
So here's the question Zachary, have for you guys, the players. Do you rather understand where she is being kept?
Yeah, see, maybe
it's the holding facility in the blackout zone where we did the bonus episodes.
Yeah, which is
as the players, we know our characters have no clue, but
yeah. Okay. Actually, that's not entirely true. Your characters do know about the blackout zone. I mean, you guys orchestrated the protests.
But we also know that's basically like where we need to end up at the end. That'll be our kind of main strike. Is what
that is why this is.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's why this is an out of character question, because like that's cool if you guys want to go straight for that. That's where we're going. But that is also like, that is the main.
Is this your beyond this point you cannot like backtrack to complete any unfinished quests?
I mean,
warning?
you're not wrong.
Okay.
Because when it comes down to it, like basically, if there's anything you guys want to do to prep to go up against IS Corp, you're gonna have to do it before you go to the blackout zone. So if you guys want to, I don't know, rally people or deal with other stuff, that's cool. But right now Sam is being kept in the place where like the core of IS Corp is like their big freaking bunker thing, which if the Portland building is their like whatever kind of corporate HQ thing that is kind of like the ancillary, like the annex, then like and you guys had that much trouble with it, like their main compound is where Sam is being held.
Yeah, I think Tyke falls out of the mech and then sort of like stands up and says, if we're going to save Sam, we need every break that we can get. And I think that means figuring out what happened to your wife so that we know what we're really dealing with. Also, I think Sam... What?
Have you been watching Supernatural again? Your voice is rougher.
Is it? I have no idea. Maybe. Did it sound more like Dean? Was it a Dean? Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe it's just every time it's like kind of like bromancy.
That's just
default to the Supernatural voices.
That's just how Tyke sounds when he wakes up first. Like he's just woke up.
He's
out
groggy.
He's groggy. Yeah, he's good.
Ajax will go over to Fina and like, I don't know. Is he still the size of an elephant? Did he finally shrink a little bit?
With the rest coming into play, I think you are shrinking back. The second potions, the second alchemical stuff effects are gonna go away at this point.
Cool. And he'll like lay his head on her, so it's still the size of a horse, and like through the mech say, "Friends now."
Yeah, I think she'll if you let her, she'll like do the little hand thing where she lets you sniff her hand, and then if you let her, she'll like give you some scritches, and she's like, I think so. I don't know exactly what that means, but I certainly don't want harm to come to any of you any more than I want it to come to my men.
Means protect the pack.
Carl is gonna pretend he's still asleep.
Okay.
I pulled out one strain. So I opened my eyes and went, the world is bright. It hurts.
Get that man some coffee.
Carl's got a hangover.
Yeah. Carl feels bad. Fina will kind of look to the rest of you and as she is still like scritching Ajax, say, what do you all intend to do? What's the, pardon the phrase, the end game here? Because that movie hasn't come out yet in this timeline.
The trailers look really cool though, right?
They look really good. It comes out, I think, in like 2 months, but I don't think it's going to happen because of this whole thing. But yeah.
Because of the horrors.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now we also have like the purple entity, right? That we like don't really know what's going on all about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys have not dealt with that in any way.
Do you know anything about the purple stuff?
Honestly, after seeing that video, I think you guys know a lot more than I do. Hold on.
Wow, that is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you. Sorry.
The delegation, or I guess isolation of information, was a lot more extreme than we thought it was. Jacob, were you saying something?
Yes, Tyke asked if she knew anything about the purple entity, and then was kind of snarky and mean that it was unfortunate that we knew more than them.
That's right, yeah. She says, look, we've been training for this for a long time. We've had very clear goals, but obviously there's more going on here than I was aware. My job has been very simple. I've been learning to protect people for over a decade now. So, this is new ground.
We've had 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 days.
Oh, hey, Carl's up.
Kinda.
At least 2 of you have the luxury of powers that I don't have, though. So forgive us mortal beings for just trying to do our jobs.
Oh, quit your boo-hooing and join the club.
I will look her dead in the eye and throw my flail out the window of the helicopter, and it'll come back.
Mr. Bailey, I'm not boo-hooing at all. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and if I'm being completely honest, the four of you roll through here, and you act like you are gods treading on ants. You know, I'm just saying, you could do with a little bit less ego in this process. Maybe ask yourselves the questions, the tough questions. You know, you killed some of my men. That is something that you did regardless of what your intentions are.
They tried to kill us.
I kind of look over to Fitz.
Actually, I don't think they did. I think they were pretty explicit in saying that they didn't want to kill us.
Not that room with the security bots and those 4 groups of guards that came at us hardcore with guns.
They did come at you, but also you guys surprised them. Like you guys fully got the first the first attack in on them. So like that is something I would consider. But she continues, I'm not gonna justify any of the horrible things that I've learned in the last half hour. I didn't know about it. I'm not gonna stand for that. But also, you're not saints, and I don't want you to act like them. Not to me, because I know exactly what you're willing and capable to do. Now, I just want to know what your intentions are. This is all new to me. Obviously, you guys have more information. I'm working with scraps compared to just what was on that video.
I mean, I never try to be a saint. I'm pretty explicitly out for revenge. I've told you all that, right?
That's information I didn't have until this moment.
Yeah, also, like, prior to this, I was basically a con artist working on the streets, like cheating people out of their money by telling them lies about their future. I'm by no means a good person.
So we have a dog, someone out for revenge.
I'm a good boy.
A con artist, and a high school teacher.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Everybody hates me.
But I'm a good boy.
Yes, Ajax, you're a good boy. And she scritches your horse-sized head again.
The tail starts flapping. I don't know if that affects the helicopters flying.
What?
Just a little wobble.
Dan is an AI, and I don't really know how you apply morality to him. Dan.
Them.
And Serafina, what we need to do right now is regroup, because you're confused, we're confused, and we just got more information that we need to dig through and collaborate some sort of real plan between us.
That makes a lot of sense. Now that I look around at all of us and see how beat up we are, we should rest.
I don't know what the coordinates mean that we have right now, and I don't know what the visions we saw in Tyke's fever dream world of... I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
We were inside the server. Yeah.
I shot plasma cannons.
Frankly, regrouping is...
Tyke looks really confused about why you look confused. It was like very normal for him by that point.
Guys, we were just in the server. Like, that's how it was. All right, bud.
I know we need that flash drive back. Ajax probably doesn't do well with, like, flying, gets maybe a little airsick, and he's just gonna upchuck all over the floor.
Oh my God. Horse-sized upchuck. All right.
But you got your flash drive back.
Please tell me we didn't.
I look at it like it's a cursed item that reappears every time I try to throw it away.
Roll for sympathy puke?
No, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. I want...
Oh no, what do you mean worse?
I want... What do I want? I want resilience from Ajax.
Are we gonna have a bar for ammo? Oh, okay.
Against one red.
Okay.
We hear RPGs Anonymous do not condone bad stuff happening to puppers, just so you know. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, so... because you are gigantic, when you swallowed this thing whole accidentally, because that's a thing dogs just do, you did not bite it, you did not break it, or hurt it. It was not degraded in any way from your digestive fluids, and you make a giant old mess. I mean, 3 advantages worth of mess in this helicopter. So it is big and gross. And but the flash drive is there, and it seems to be intact from what you can tell.
My belly feels bad.
I suppose the flash drive's the only thing
it.
of non-organic material laying in that puddle of slush.
Yeah, I assume so.
I guess, Fitz, you felt like plugging that in?
Oh, can his puke kind of glow too? Because he did have 2 potions.
I think it does. Yeah, I think it is mostly liquid. Not to get too gross, but it is mostly liquid, and it is mostly that the like alchemical fluid. I don't think there's much like other stuff. I think it's mostly like digestive stuff and the alchemical fluids.
And it's now a flash drive of storage.
Bioluminescent. I love that word because
it basically turned it into a bag of holding, but a flash drive.
Yes, it is a digital bag of holding now. It's been alchemically changed. I don't know about infinite, but a lot.
Well, like, just like files, not like physically putting things in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that still would be really bonkers. Like, yeah, we're just gonna upload the internet.
Yeah, the internet now exists on this flash drive. No, I think Fitz gives you a really like deadpan look and looks back at the upchuck, and then I think he just shrugs and is like, "Okay, yeah." And he walks over, he grabs the flash drive, he cleans it off, and
wipe it off on his shirt.
Yeah, and he plugs it into the computer. He's like, "This is surprisingly not the weirdest or grossest thing I've done today. So yeah, I'll get to work on this." And yeah, he plugs it in. When he pulls it up, it has like it comes up with another one of those like headline like folder things. It's like a title page basically that says Project Invisible. And he says this is pretty heavily encrypted. There's a bunch of stuff that is currently redacted. There's almost nothing that is useful in here. Do you want to take a look at it now, or do you want me to try and like decode some of it?
Yeah,
I think we should wait for you to decode some of it if it's like useless right now.
Okay. It looks like it's standard, like high level IS Corp encryption. So I should be able to figure it out. But they don't technically know that I can do this. So there might be some other, I don't know. There might be some other weird stuff there. I think it'll take a few hours. So I'll get to work on that. Let me know if you want to take a look at it before then. And he will start plugging away at that.
So where am I flying?
Somewhere close. It stinks.
Do you not just have some hidden bunker somewhere else in the woods that we can just like crash at?
So here's the thing.
Don't say crash in a helicopter. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I believe that's bad luck.
Especially the guy that controls electronics. Do not even think those words.
I think you guys have like 3, maybe 4 options. One is to find a goose bunker that is far enough out in the boonies that you can land an Airbus at it, and big enough that, again, you guys have a couple dozen IS Corp guards on this bus. This is not like Quinjet. This is like 5 times the size of it. This is a plane that can house a Quinjet in its like hangar. It had to be because you guys have so many people.
What kind of tarot cards do we have? Maybe Colby won't like this, but I'm sort of wondering if this is when we learn that Goose actually has like a real legit like hidden base.
I don't know that is a thing that can be a thing. I just don't know that is a possibility.
You guys, the high school is big enough to put this thing down on. There's the football field. We can land there. I mean, it'll be definitely visible, but it's a place to put a helicopter down.
You don't
what
think
day and
Goose?
time is this?
Yeah.
It is
school hours.
It is like witching hour. It's like between 2 and 5, somewhere in there. It is very early
Are
morning.
kids still going to school?
Probably not. It's been 3 days.
Absolutely not. In fact, Carl, I think you would probably know for sure that, like, if you pay attention to policies at all, their policy would be to be shut down right now.
This is Carl we're talking about. He paid attention to coffee and PE.
That is why I prefaced that with
Except I think Carl would know when the school would be shut down.
Exactly when the school's
That's
closed.
a good point. Yeah. You would know. He would be able to look out his window and just from the landscape be able to tell, not going to work today.
Got the policies stapled to the back of my door.
Oh, man. I think you guys have, like I said, 3 options. You can find a Goose compound that, again, is far enough away and big enough that you can land an Airbus. You can go to these coordinates, or you can go straight to the blackout zone. Or obviously there's others. So you could like go to the school or something like I haven't come up with. Like, I think those are probably your big options.
School sounds good to me.
It gives us a landing zone. I have access to the building. We can actually get undercover.
Okay. So you want to do, you want to land at the school. All right, cool. That is not what I was expecting. That's very cool. I think you did well enough on the piloting thing. So I'm not going to make you roll for anything. I think you guys are able to navigate just fine, especially because I think Goose's main compound that he was introduced at is pretty close to the school anyway. I think you guys are able to pretty easily get to the school. So yeah, that is going to go off without a hitch.
I did destroy it, expecting to never go back.
That's right. You did thump one of your main bases.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember that.
I just remember it to be like a funny dramatic moment.
Yeah. Clicking the button and the explosion as the whole thing collapsed in on itself. Yeah, I remember that quite well.
I mean, you don't think that Goose has an underground base on the scale of like that Brendan Fraser movie where his family lived underground?
Yeah. When they hit underground for 50
it has a Costco shopping center in it. Like,
look, okay. I'm not gonna say that he can't. There is one reason why I'm leaning towards no, he doesn't. But if you guys want to do that,
we haven't. It's as well stocked.
We haven't drawn the line.
It's that big, but like run down.
I would like to propose that Goose knows where one is. That is.
Yeah, it might not be his. He knows other crazy people in Portland that have one.
Okay.
I think it would also have to be nowhere near the school because whoever built it was like, if they find me building a tunnel system next to an elementary school or whatever, I'm going to get put on a list.
Yeah. Look, I have not really drawn the line anywhere before, so I don't know why I would do it now. So do you guys just tell me where you go? Just describe where are you going to go to the school or are you going to go to a Goose base? Pixie giving us bits for
Carl suggests the school, but Goose is bunker.
I like the idea of like an old Air Force base or something, or like some secret hideaway place for like the governor or something that like doesn't get used anymore, and Goose just knows about it.
What's the navigation check? Like, would that be?
I think there's just a navigation, right?
Yeah, I thought there was too, but I don't see it.
Or I would say like survival could be.
Yeah, I would say you could use survival or cunning. I want essentially a navigation check.
Good call, Starshine. Good call. Mount Tabor is a good call.
Mount Tabor is a good call. Mount Tabor is not a bad place. There's a reservoir up there. Anyway, I know. I'm sorry, non or Portland residents. You know, just it's a little dormant volcano in the middle of the city.
It's a big park in the middle of a giant city.
It's a big city park. Just roll that against. Let's call it hard. 3 purple. because of your extensive knowledge of these type of people and your stuff, I'll give you a blue die as well, because that is kind of your thing, Goose.
Yeah, we'll go for Area
Alright.
48 for the 48th parallel. There we go.
Oh yeah,
If
we do
you're
have the
doing
48
survival. Ajax has a proficiency die that he can loan you.
I think Goose has one
Oh.
anyway. Okay, 2
Ajax
successes.
puked all
Okay.
over the helicopter.
Oh
He can't
yeah,
own
I
anything.
do have something for survival. I didn't use it though.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a success. Okay, so
Oof.
here's
That could have
what I
been
think.
bad.
I think you guys are kind of having this conversation on the plane. You are kind of like, maybe we go to the school. Maybe they're going to see us if we go to the school. Does Goose have a place? Goose is like, well, I know some stuff, but there's this. And I think as you're sort of like figuring this out, I think Goose, you settle on almost exactly that, like an abandoned like military base that has been like being torn down for like decades. For whatever reason, it's just like they've been slowly tearing it down for like decades. It is on the far eastern side of like the port, like of the big city area. So it is like 40 minutes by plane to the east, which is basically toward the blackout zone, but still like less an hour.
Maybe like a National Guard armory.
Yeah, something like that. Something it is a small thing. But that role specifically was to notice like the layout of how things are going. So the coordinates that you have are very close to this abandoned airbase. Like if you were to land at the airbase, they'd be like a 5-10 minute drive, maybe like a half-hour walk away. They're really close, like weirdly close to this airbase. And you just sort of realize this as you are like trying to figure out, you're like looking at stuff, like, you know, you're doing the calculating thing. You've got, you're trying to figure everything out, and you realize, oh, those are really close. So that airbase is a possibility. Is that where you guys want to go? Do you want to go to the school? What do you want to do?
Sounds super cool to me.
Secret base.
All right, guys. I know of this kind of secret base over on Mount Tabor. I guess it's no longer going to be secret since all of you know about it. Only thing I got to warn you about: there's a guy I know there named Crazy Larry. Let's just hope he's not home.
How are you going to hide a flying building?
Love it.
We're not exactly coming in quiet. As I yell over the prop wash.
We don't have to yell right now, right? You all we're all telepathic, or at least the group. We're all. I like go like this.
Finger around your head.
Yeah.
Technically, no. You guys can like think stuff, but like, there's also people here that would probably appreciate being looped
we're
in.
all just super silent. We're just wondering why we're like this.
Yes, we're just gods among men. That's what she said. We just don't care.
Oh my god!
And Carl's got the problem of being a PE teacher. He's got to yell to be heard over everything.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are planning.
Ajax is hungry.
You're going to the secret base. Ajax is hungry. Let's describe this secret base. So it is Mount Tabor, I guess. That's been established. So you guys are coming down into this area of Portland. There is this pretty beautiful, like hilly landscape around this dormant volcano that has a couple of reservoirs around it. It's been turned into a city park. I think, again, it's super early in the morning, so nobody's around, but you guys are flying a big Airbus. So there are not a lot of great places to land. I think you have to land basically right by this big reservoir. So you guys touch down in this like almost idyllic park with this reservoir, with this beautiful like skyline view of the Portland cityscape, and there's a bunch of tree cover around it, but you can still see this like view. You guys touch down, and I'm assuming that the airbase entrance or whatever. What is the airbase entrance like? Like, how do you get into the like base that is here, that is secret?
Oh, it's like the X Mansion where like it opens up, but they don't know we're coming, so it just looks like a flat like field. Like we can't actually land until it opens up.
The entrance could also be one of the classic water tank, water tower we have on the hills all around Portland.
Okay, I think it's
just a big metal drum on top of a hill for water storage.
Yeah,
good camouflage.
That's not bad. I like both of those. I think
I also sort of like the entrance being like a porta potty. Like there is no like mass entrance to it. You just sort of have to like know to go to this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you guys land the plane?
That's where my head went.
Where do you guys land the plane? Where does it look like where you land the
next
helicopter?
to the water tower in a big field.
Next to the water tower. Okay, I think maybe there's like a signal that is supposed to open hangar doors or something like that, but that's not working. So you guys have to just land it wherever. So then where is the entrance that you guys are going to get into this place?
I don't know.
It's directly at Goose. And
as soon as the helicopter bay opens, Ajax is like, yeah, and runs out into the field.
There are so many dog smells here. Holy crap.
Yeah.
This is like, there's just such a locus of dog activity. It is just a heyday.
He's just peeing on all the trees. If there are any trees around, he's running around.
There'd be like one of those kind of utility electric shacks or whatever that are sometimes way out in the woods.
Oh yeah, I dig that. Yeah, especially because there's the reservoir here. That would totally fit in. Okay, that's cool. So I think that's like the emergency. Oh, we can't open the doors normally. Like there's like a little what is the thing with the freaking like trapdoor thing where you can like open it up and like crawl down in there and get into this weird secret bunker thing. So why? Okay, yeah. So, oh man, this is so much,
crazy,
guys.
Larry.
Yeah. So don't look him in the eye. He don't like that.
That's my first real question. Is he here? Is he around?
Yes, he's definitely here.
Where would you be if you were a doomsday theorist and had your own bunker to hide from the world when it all goes to shit?
I mean, I think the second the door opens, we hear the shotgun shell as he gets ready.
I swear to God, if you shoot at me again.
Oh, hey, Goose. Good to see you. What are you doing here? It's the end times, fella.
Is it just like you said? I hand him like $10. Like I thought it was going to be Tuesday.
Hey, I was right this time. He like counts like 1, 2, 3 on his fingers. It's been like 365 times I've tried to guess, and today was actually the day. I win this time.
365th time's the charm, right?
That's what I would say.
Boys. You mind if we get them put up?
I mean, mi casa is su casa, buddy boy. There's plenty of room, you know that.
Whistle at the helicopter.
And like a bunch of people start coming to me. He's like, oh,
in black uniforms.
Okay.
With rifles.
Now, Goose, if I was a different kind of man, if I didn't know better, black helicopter, men's in black suits, I think you were coming to get me. What's going on here? And I think he like shoulders the shotgun
and lick him.
Ajax is a black poodle, and it is like 3 or 4 in the morning, so it is not quite sunrise, and he just out of the darkness, there's a horse-sized poodle just licks him, and he goes, okay, this is above my pay grade, buddy boy.
He starts sniffing his butt.
I'm gonna go.
We're chill. I'm Goose.
Cool.
Goose.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we've known each other a long time, Goose. I'm gonna go to my half of the bunker. You guys do what you need to do. Just maybe, and he just like scurries down. I think you can very clearly see the fright in his eyes as he just scurries back down the like ladder shaft, and you can hear like clanking down, and he's like obviously closing himself in somewhere. He does not feel very comfortable with this, I don't think. So yeah, what does this bunker look like when you get down in it?
Part of it is like a big mess hall, I think, is the area we're walking in through.
Okay. So this ladder shaft opens up into this mess hall area. I think it would be pretty well like, do we think it's mothballed, like everything's like put up, or do we think it is just like abandoned?
I think Larry might have like covered some stuff. Like if there's like computers or something, he might have thrown a sheet over it.
Yeah, if Larry covered anything, it's covered in crazy.
I dig that. I think anything that wasn't directly useful to Larry has been like shoved aside so that there's room. I think there's something weird in the center of this mess hall that he has put there or made.
It's a basketball hoop.
Okay, it's a basketball hoop. Of course, yes. So there is. Yes. How could it be anything else? There's a basketball hoop in the center of this mess hall that he has obviously drugged down here somehow. And there's a basketball rolling around. You can see him clanging through a couple of doors, and he has like shut himself in one of these big like vault doors that have the actual like turn lock things. And you can see him just like with his face pressed up against the glass, like peering at you guys with his breath fogging it up, and like the barrel of the shotgun next to it. He is watching you, and behind this door he is scared out of his mind based off what you guys are doing. So what else do we think? I think each of you noticed something kind of out of place or particularly interesting about this place. What does that look like?
I think that there is a super fancy espresso machine. Like
Carl is beeline.
Yeah. Like, yes.
Yeah. I am actually going to turn that on. No problems.
I think because this also has to be something that Crazy Larry brought down here. So I think it's already
it's where like you can obviously tell that there had used to be an industrial like coffee maker there, and that has just been like ripped off.
Yeah.
And like this super awesome espresso maker has been placed there.
Goose, why does Larry have a Brennan 3000?
I don't know.
I will definitely kiss him on the cheek later.
You guys,
I just refer you to the adjective attached to his name.
Behind the door, you guys hear.
I'll make you one too.
Nice. I think there is a wall. Like, just, I don't know how big this room is. We said it was a cafeteria, so like,
probably pretty
it's a big room. I think there's like an entire 50-foot wall covered in like newspaper clippings and pictures and like the red twine.
Oh
like,
no!
All the conspiracy theories that are somehow connected together. Like he has like UFO sightings that are like connected to JFK's assassination, that are like connected to the Mer people that live in Willamette River, that are like.
And then I think what's really, really important about this is that there are some of these things that you guys now know are true. Like there is an article that is talking about an ancient order of robed monks underneath Powell's books, and there's like one talking about how there are corporate businesses that are like have ancient magics, and like there are aliens,
lizard people.
I think Crazy also like has IS Corp pegged. Like, we also noticed that there are a bunch of innocuous looking IS Corp clippings about just massive shipments that they were making prior.
So that's what Seraphina's reading.
The worst part about that is that not only does he have it pegged, but there's stuff that I think, so specifically Goose, I think you've ignored this wall every time you come in here. You are, you like traditionally like believe some of this stuff, and like are, but I think Crazy Larry is on another level. and like off the deep end. And the worst part about noticing this like wall with all of these clippings, and you're right, Aaron, Fina does, like, as soon as she walks in, she like sees this and she's just like looking wide-eyed. And I think you all, anybody that's paying attention to it notices a couple of things that are really significant now. And one of them says CIA:PD and a big red yarn mark over to Operation Invisible. And then a third one, sort of like in a T, goes down, and there's a tiny like 1 inch by 1 inch wallet sized picture of Goose's wife in a suit with another person in it. It's like a portrait, but it is really sized down. And all, like, anybody that is paying attention, like, very suddenly sees this shit like all plastered up here, and there's a bunch of stuff showing like Aya's Corp is evil and like doing all these crazy things, and there's some like really pertinent information up there that would have seemed absolutely bonkers before literally yesterday.
I'm going to carry 3 cups of coffee. One is mine. As I pass by Serafina, I'll hand her one. You know, the tap on the shoulder. You're going to need this.
Yeah, I think she just like takes it.
I'll go to the window with Larry and tap on the glass and hold up a cup.
I think he's just like, he's like has his face pressed up against the thing, and he's like breathing on the thing, and he's like got the like really wide eyes, and he looks down at the coffee, and he looks back up at you, he looks down at the coffee, he looks back up at you, and he like, you can see him move the shotgun a little bit, and then he cranks the thing open and just barely opens the door enough to let the coffee cup in. Do you like slip it in?
Yeah, I'll hand it to him. That's a Brennan 3000, and your wall is awesome, and I'll just walk away.
He says, thanks, and he grabs the coffee cup and slams the door shut, and crank, and he immediately slams his face back up against the door, just staring at you guys as the shotgun up. And
I don't know why he has that insane espresso machine, but I do know why he has the basketball hoop. Would have went pro if he didn't tear his ACL in college. Dude's the most insane handler I've ever seen.
Ajax just runs over and like whole ball in his mouth and is like throwing it around, brings it over to somebody to like throw it for him and just drops it.
It's probably Fina, because she's like absentmindedly like drinking coffee and staring at this wall, and she'll just like grab it, throw it.
Oh, I was actually thinking it was the mech, and it was Dan. And then, like, Dan and Ajax are just playing fetch.
Yeah, so Dan and Ajax play. I think what happens also is it gets progressively like you have a mech and a horse-sized dog. So it like starts out pretty innocuous, like normal, and then like Dan is like, well, all fucking right, like let's do this, and like picks up the thing and like chucks it back down into the corridors, and you just hear crash bang boom, and then Ajax is sprinting behind it, and there's just a bunch of crashing, and I think when Ajax comes out, he's got like ink on him and like pieces of like, maybe there's a desk that is partially like broken through.
There's a door over his head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
I would think at this point Larry probably just puts down the shotgun and watches.
Yeah, I think he is just like the shotgun slowly over a few minutes has like fallen, and he's just like staring at what the hell you guys are doing. And like, if you don't know this, but if you can see behind the door, he just has a white knuckled grip holding the what is it called, the like wheel that turns it. Titan, he like is trying to hold it tight just to make sure nobody comes through.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you guys do? Are you guys going to settle down to rest, or do you have an agenda, or what's up?
I want to ask Fitz, hey, any progress decrypting that?
I think he probably stayed on the bus, and so I'm guessing you are asking him either through the HUD or through the brain stuff.
Yeah, through the brain.
Okay.
Also, we have espresso if you want any.
I'm gonna say, while you're talking about like, oh yeah, we could talk through this thing. Hey, there's coffee.
Only sugar-free flavors though.
That's fine. Can you have somebody bring it out to me? I am making progress, and I think I'm pretty close. I don't want to stop now.
Sure. Hey, Tyke, you want to run that out to him?
Okay,
I will
fine.
hand you a cup of coffee. I'm going to spend an hour making coffee for everybody, so that's what Carl's doing.
He's just like churning out coffee.
I'm going to start trying to
Carl's
like
great.
parent trap them.
Wait, to what?
Parent trap them.
Together.
Oh yeah, Tyke and Fitz.
Goose,
Yeah.
Goose wants us to become friends. Yeah.
Goose is totally shipping Tyke and Fitz.
Yeah.
So Carl is just churning out coffee for anybody that wants it. Ajax,
Wait.
Go ahead.
Are all the IS Corp guys like? Are any of them running back and forth to like get supplies?
I don't know that there's a lot on the bus. I think it is kind of bare bones. I think most of them like came into the compound and are resting.
Okay.
What is something that Crazy Larry has that's really valuable and really easy to break? Because Ajax just broke it in one of the other rooms.
Well,
yeah,
the espresso machine.
No. I couldn't do that to you guys. I think it's something that's super out of place for him to have. So like,
That
it would
will
make
be a
sense.
Defensive line guard position. You have to go through Carl.
I think it would make too much sense if it was like memorabilia, like a signed baseball or whatever. I think instead it's like a Fabergé egg that is like
That he just got somehow.
that he just has for whatever reason. Like, who knows why? Maybe Crazy Larry's rich as hell. We don't know. Crazy Larry is an enigma. But there's just a Fabergé egg that is in a beautiful like crystal case that I think Ajax just absolutely slams into, and like
it just shatters.
yeah, it just I think you like slam into it and like run it against the wall so that when you come away it is just like Fabergé egg and crystal case like plastered on the wall, and like it just like pieces of it fall down to the ground. I don't even think Ajax notices.
All you hear is I got the ball in your head.
As soon as that happens, not meaning to communicate it, but you all just hear Goose's thoughts of, Zed better get a control of his dog. Wait.
Oh.
Oof. That's ow. That hit me right in the feels. So yeah, let's get over. Tyke, you are bringing Fitz coffee.
I think that happens while I'm bringing him coffee, and I just sort of like stutter. There's like a stutter in my step, like while I'm going.
Yeah, I think maybe even like you spill a little bit of it, but like Fitz just like you're like just on the bus, and Fitz looks down at the spill and says, yeah, that was a little rough. But he takes the coffee and goes back over to the thing. He said, I think
Ajax drops the ball and just goes and lays in a corner.
Jacob, can you roll me one blue and one red or black? One blue, one black.
Blue, one black. Okay.
It's like the weirdest roll ever.
Yeah. You could also actually pull me a tarot card if that's
kind of a coin flip
for you. Yeah, it's basically a coin flip.
Which one do you prefer? Which
Whatever,
one is more interesting?
I think the tarot card is actually more interesting.
Well, I'll have to use my electronic.
They've been on point so many times.
Well,
yeah, they have been.
I'll have to use my electronic deck because I did not think to bring the tarot cards.
I have the Taraka deck over here also. We could use that. It's not exactly the same, obviously, but it could work. If you don't get the
props.
Do you have the electronic one ready?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just do that. Because it's gonna take me like 3 whole minutes to get those.
Oh, interesting. I got the Knight of Swords right side up.
I think we've seen those before. Soldier, etc.
Yeah, a man whose profession is arms, skillfulness, capacity, address, promptitude.
Okay, I think Fitz goes back to the like console and he starts typing away, and then he like stops.
The outcome, general answer to your question.
Ooh, what is that?
Oh, I've never read the outcome.
Outcomes.
That sounds like something we could use.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think so Fitz goes back to the console and he like types a couple of things, and I think you start to turn to leave, and then he just stops. And because you are like half in his brain and all of that stuff, I think you can feel the like clenching of fists that he does, and then he turns back to you and says, "Can you help me with this real quick?"
Am I not facing him right now?
I think you are like half turned away, so there's like the wall of the thing in front of you, and you're like turned to the thing, and he's over here, and he's like not even looking at you. He's like just like holding the thing, and you can feel like him like clenching his fist for a second, and then he says that.
Yeah, I think there's totally a moment of me just sort of, or Tyke just sort of like hesitancy to think about whether he says something snarky. And then he just says, "Sure," and turns around to help.
Cool. Oh man. Okay. Do you want to roll me a thing?
Roll
let's
a
see.
thing.
Roll a thing.
Roll a thing.
This is I don't know how this is, because this is basically he's struggling with the encryption. This is way beyond what he is used to, way beyond the design of his stuff. There is some serious shenanigans going on that he was not prepared for. He made a bunch of progress until he hit an absolute brick wall. And it is like the kind of thing that doesn't make a lot of sense. Momo! Everybody say hi to Momo.
Hi, Momo. All hail, Momo.
Praise be to Momo. And I think he steals himself, and he before explaining that he thinks that there's some not entirely normal shit going on with this encryption. He thinks there's some shenanigans, so he thinks that you will have the ability to get past some of it where he cannot. So what do we normally do? Do we normally do projection or extrasensory?
It's projection.
Okay, I think that makes sense. So let's do projection against 4 red with an additional 2, let's call it 3 blue die, because Fitz is helping you during this process.
Wait, so it's against 4 red.
Yep, against 4 red, but you get 2 blue die or 3 blue die because Fitz is assisting you.
So I get 3 blue from Fitz.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
In addition to your normal blue die,
Yeah.
you already get some? Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot.
Yeah, I think this will be... I think you will succeed this, but
yeah,
I'm kind of
break dice maiden.
I'm kind of
4 red.
Yeah, 4 red. I'm kind of hoping for a pretty solid success with a despair. Like that's kind of what I'm hoping for, if I'm being honest. Ooh, wow. Almost the exact opposite. A failure, 5 advantages, and a triumph.
Yeah, you failed, so that didn't work.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, it didn't work. The advantages...
All the blank blue dice.
Seriously.
And the blank green one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blank dice are so hard to deal with in this game. Obviously you can't get the information. The advantages I'm going to use to make it so that the information is not lost, because that is the first thing I was going to do. Is I was going to be like, it's not there. Like part of the encryption is it destroys it if you try and get into it. So those 5 advantages, it is still there. You guys realize that it is trying to delete itself, and you stop it from doing that. So you have sequestered the information so that it is still gettable too. The triumph, though, I think
what are you gonna do with that triumph, Jacob?
Yeah. I think because you obviously can't unencrypt the information, and the main point of that is to get access to the files on Project Invisible. So I have one thing in mind. If there's not something better, it is kind of boring. Go ahead.
Yeah, my idea, I don't know exactly what the logistics part of it, but it's just something that helps Fitz, though. Like,
You bring Centaur Hank Hill online, and he appears in the screen.
No, I'm wondering
Crazy Larry.
I'm wondering
Larry could do it.
I don't know if there's some way that like it suddenly makes sense to Fitz, basically. Like the
Okay. So you guys have been doing something for a long time. Saying words, shooting stuff at me. We happen to have a thing here, the Six of Wands, hope, desire, wish, expectation. You guys have been saying some stuff to me about Fitz for a long time, shooting some headcanon at me, specifically Jacob. I think this is a pitch, but I think that you unlock something.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think you spark something, and like you said, you think something clicks for him, something starts to make sense. I think what that is the headcanon you've been pitching for like 8 episodes, that he's actually also a techromancer, and I think something happens.
Yes, so I think what happens, and this is going to make no sense to Fitz. He's just figuring it out, so he doesn't go full like out of body. He's in the machine, but I think he does realize the code he was trying to solve is actually a video game somehow. Like just like
Oh no!
or he suddenly
the password is a dance that he happens to know intimately and has to dance.
Like DDR.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like a DDR dance.
Well, you got to realize Fitz is he's the physical side of technomancy. He builds objects and frames and computers and software. He builds things as opposed to Tykes creating things.
Also, this triumph might make it easier for you guys to try again, but it isn't going to like open the door immediately. So it might so it might make it, or it might open other avenues.
I'm basically saying that it now makes it possible for Fitz to do it. Like you can come up with you can come up with just what does weird technomancer stuff manifest to Fitz as.
Well, we could run with one of our viewers' suggestions. Invisible might have the key inside its own name.
Yeah. There's a word or phrase that he recognizes.
It's an acronym.
Yeah.
You just have to know what the acronym is.
Oh my god. Okay.
We already know that. That's
wait. Did you not make it an acronym?
Here. I think. Well, invisible is an acronym. I think this is what happens. You guys are not able to get into this information. Something clicks for Fitz because of how you were helping him, and he is able to like conceptualize this in a different way somehow. And I think you guys tool around and you use the acronym invisible as part of the encryption key. That doesn't get you the information. I think that is still locked to you, but it gets you something else. I think it gets you the equivalent of like access logs for this like file structure. So like you don't get access to the files themselves, but you get like access logs.
Who's been hitting
who else has been
yes, and what they did. And most of it is totally innocuous, except that there's one from a number of years ago. Goose, how long ago did your wife pass? Have we established the timeline for that yet?
I don't think we have. I would put it at like 15 years.
Okay, so there is this is an old ass file. It was created like 30 years ago. And there hasn't been a lot of access in the last 15 years. There's been like 1 or 2. There is a really big glaring thing from about 15, 16 years ago that is like a series of accesses that are keyed with Goose's wife's like code name. And I think we need to know what that is, Colby. I think whether this is her real name or not, I think we need to know what she went by, how this was identifiable to you guys.
The swan too cheesy.
No, I love it.
That's not bad. Yeah, it's elegant. We are not elegant people, so it seems cheesy, but it is elegant. So yeah, I think that's what it is, and I think there is the time code is way, like, you guys know roughly when she died. I think you guys are his best friends, basically. So I think you know when she passed roughly. So that is way too convenient. And even more than that, what they did with these access logs is the thing that really is the tipping point. You can see that this access seemed to go in and delete a series of files that were all coded with the last name Bailey. Goose, what was your final rank when you were in the military? I think we might have asked this before, but I don't remember.
I don't think we ever did ask that. We only ever established that he was some level of officer.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
I remember having a conversation
So
about
I
none
think-
of us actually knowing how.
I think the most interesting
Right.
and pleasant mouthfeel ones would be sergeant or captain or major. We have in the chat.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking major. I know nothing about actual military ranking.
I'm gonna real
I
quick
don't know where a major lands.
I think majors are like the last officer before you basically don't go on the frontline missions anymore.
Sure.
At least in Stargate, he's a major.
Yeah, but I think Stargate uses Air Force, not.
Yeah.
We can just say he was a captain.
There you go. Captain's easy.
Captain Bailey.
Major is a military rank of commissioned officer status with the blah, blah. Oh, this is. Oh, hey, I've got a thing right here. Okay. So we have commissioned officers. From the bottom, we have officer, cadet, then ensign, lieutenant, junior grade, lieutenant commander, commander, captain, commodore, rear admiral, vice admiral. I don't see major in here.
Was he in the army?
That also sounds like.
Oh, that's why. Because major isn't a. Okay, so so major is the equivalent of lieutenant, for the for like armies, air forces. Captain would be colonel. In the thing. So, oh no, you could be captain too. It's just a lower rank in the army ground forces.
Were you a commissioned officer or were you just like a recruit? Goose.
I think I definitely started as a just private baseline.
Okay, I think captain makes the most sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's okay. So then I think more specifically, there is a series of files that were removed by the account name for Goose's wife that are all keyed and related to Captain Bailey. It seems to be a big series of files too. It's not small. It's not like some footnote thing. It is like a bunch of shit. So something related to Goose was deleted by his wife out of this file 16 years ago. And that is, I think, what you guys find. The rest of the file, I think, is currently still locked out for you. Like there needs to be some major stuff that happens to get to the rest of it.
I think we're like telepathically communicating that we're looking at this file to everyone.
That makes sense. So I think Goose, you find out about this immediately as it's happening as well.
Try to lunge over a table as I run outside and face plant, stand back up, and keep running.
Okay, so Goose bursts into the plane with like dirt on part of his face.
Yeah. A bloody lip.
Yeah, and Goose, I think from what they saw of it, part of the reason they were able to realize that was like, so this is the account that the person who gave you this file was using in the like virtual space. So that, I think, is the reason why you know for sure that it is his wife's account. Because that is like, that's the one that they were using. And that is the same account that accessed this file 16 years ago.
And the thing deleted about Captain Bailey was deleted a long time ago.
Yep, it was deleted. Basically, like, I think you specifically looking at the time code know that it would be months before your wife died. At the farthest, if not closer. In fact, I think it would be closer. I think it would be weeks.
Mm-hmm. Well, is there more to this? Just kind of baffled and pointing at the screen.
Is that an in-character question or a question for me?
In character.
Okay. Fitz will say then, there's more here. There's a whole, this is literally the least we could possibly get. There's a lot more here, but it's going to take more time to get to it. I wouldn't even have been able to do what I did without Tyke's shenanigans. This is totally above my pay grade. We're going to need more time to get to the rest of it, but there's more here for sure.
I put my hand on his shoulder and say, you don't know what it means to me.
Yeah. Can you think of anything that might help? I had no idea that you were so closely related to this, but with these access logs, maybe there's something.
Is there like a memory check?
Oh man, I don't know.
I hope not.
Would that be a knowledge?
I imagine it'd be intelligence and
yeah, it'd probably be intelligence.
It's deception.
Here's the thing. I'm not so much. I think if it exists, Goose will remember it. I think if it exists, it is significant enough Goose will remember it. So it's a question of us as players, does this thing exist that he can give him? And I think that comes down to partially luck and partially like narrative satisfaction. Like
the direction this has been coming from is that the Swan has a second life that Goose has no idea about.
Okay, hold on. In chat, Nick said the name of the child you never had. God, why did you type those words in?
Wow.
Oh my God!
oh.
Wow, it's because he said something about Zed, isn't it? You're just salty.
Yeah, this is just
to dig the knife in.
Yeah, this is the sucker punch in the feels episode. So yeah, I'm more interested. So
you'll take that.
I mean,
I like that.
Sure, so I just need to know what it is then. And I think the form that this takes is that this is like you are essentially logging in with like an administrator account to this like encryption UI, and it is you are using your wife's account or whatever and like logging into like a higher level of clearance essentially. I think is the thing. So I think if this exists, Goose knows it. So what is this?
Carl Bailey.
Ah! No!
I love it.
Oh, God.
Did you say that in the mental link?
No, I think he said that one out loud. Keeping that one secret.
Wow. Okay. Or even better, because I think this gives us a really good like visual thing. I think maybe you step forward and you just type it in. And so it's never said aloud. The only people that ever see this are you, Tyke, and Fitz. And I think Tyke and Fitz like give a little glance to each other as you like hit enter and the login is complete and the file just pops wide open. We start to see things scrolling at the header. We see Project Invisible and there is a heading that says the subsequent removal of all information of IS Corp from the greater public. And let me actually read the invisible acronym. Intensive nullification of verisimilar information for securing IS Corp's bureaucratically limitless enterprises.
That one's very self-aware.
Hates you on a very deep level.
Yes. And this pops up and just cut hard to black. Credits roll. That's going to be the end of the episode. Man.
I love it.
So, oh Jesus, guys, I'm reeling. All right, let's get right into this, right into the end of the show.
All right, everybody, favorite moments.
The dog puking all over the helicopter.
Your
yeah.
I really like Crazy Larry.
Crazy Larry was great.
How significant he became.
Yep. Yeah. Just I love those like throw off like things that are like they're supposed to be Chekhov's guns. Like you just like say it like it is. That's not a thing. But then it becomes it's so good. I have to say, Jacob, you pivoting from to the mech playing fetch with Ajax was the coolest thing, because these two giant super things playing fetch with the basketball is such a great image, and then just breaking a bunch of shit.
AI just enjoying life.
Yep. I love that so much. That was delicious.
Yeah, the dog and the AI playing together. Oh yeah, I really like that one.
That's like a thing. Like that's a what is the word? That's like a metaphor for something, I'm sure.
Yeah, I really like the image of this really nice espresso maker in this abandoned and run down mess hall. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just gonna say this so that because Pixie said in chat in all caps, Carl Bailey. I still like my heart is doing things still from that, and from the Zed needs to keep his dog in check. Oh wait, I'm just still having a time from that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I think, my favorite. It was such a good episode. I think what we came up with for the base in general, like the wall and the things that are on the wall, like just how ridiculous Crazy Larry actually is.
The thing that made that the best was, I think it was Jacob that was like, or maybe it was, I don't remember who said that, but somebody was like, and he has IS Corp pinned, is like, he's totally right about it. And I'm Jacob. Like, oh yeah, I'm like, that is so good. Like, because in the opening narration to this whole arc was like tabloids doing a bunch of things that they were like, oh, the end of the world is coming, but they were right. And so that's a really good trope that I like.
I will throw out one that I think should be mentioned, is Nick's idea to have Ajax vomit up the
flash drive.
The flash drive. Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
Are we gonna get
I think that's the one Carl mentioned at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
He was the first one. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that was really good, because like the fact that Goose dropped it was a goof. The fact that Ajax picked it up was a goof. So the fact that you guys, how you guys got it, had to get it back, had to be a goof. Also, it was just all very enjoyable.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed that episode. Nick, do we have any plugs for tonight?
Yep. Of course, we always have the Ace of Clubs podcast run by Jacob and Colby. You can find them wherever podcasts are available. Hopefully, we have another episode of that coming out about another dystopian future.
Yeah,
someday.
I would greatly love that.
Okay. We would also like to talk about Adventure Incorporated, which is the newest one that we've reviewed. They are an actual play Dungeons and Dragons podcast. They just started their second campaign, so you're only about 7 episodes behind. I highly recommend them. It's just a really good group of folks. And then we would also like to once again thank Brassy. I can't remember the full Twitter
I can pull
for
it up real
Brassy.
quickly if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, if you could pull it up. For doing our Ajax art. It looks amazing. And Brassy has done all of our previous artwork. And so we just really appreciate it.
It's at Brassy K Arts, BRASSIK Arts on Twitter.
There we go.
Links in the description as well. Also, welcome back.
Yep, so check them out.
Carl's back.
And then, of course, Owlbear Rodeo, who has given us permission to use their system. We really enjoyed it last week with our one-shot. We're hoping to do more one-shots in the future.
Yep. Should be. That was a lot of fun. I gotta say that again. It was a lot of fun. Where can the people find us, Jacob?
Yeah, so the people can find us at rpgs.podiant.co. You can also find us on Twitch at RPGsAnonymous. Also, RPGsAnonymous on YouTube, RPGsAnonymous1 on Twitter, just RPGsAnonymous. And then join us on Discord and get the Momograms.
Get the Momograms. It is worth it. Aaron, are you around to take it away for the shout-outs?
I'm good. I'm back. Yo,
At least it wasn't Momo this time.
I don't know exactly what our numbers are right now, but we're getting really close to 75 followers.
Uncomfortably close.
69 according to my screen.
I thought we were
75 followers. We got 3 bonus episodes that we have filmed and recorded in the past that have some cool side story based on this whole universe that we're playing in right now, and we're going to drop those. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, hook us up on Twitch, and let's get those bonus episodes dropped. And we're going to thank Magalise Dragos and for BCO Old School for following us tonight and putting us those steps closer. Thanks a lot.
And for being in the chat. That was awesome.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
For the raid. That was cool. Thank you guys so much. We are always waiting and appreciating positive reviews on iTunes. That really helps. Discoverability, stuff like that. We have 3 as of now. And we really love that. So do that. That'd be cool. 5-star reviews on Amazon. You can also email us at rpgsanonymous@gmail.com if you want to just anything. Shout out, tell us about things. I don't know, ask us how we are. Tell us how you are. I'll probably respond because I have nothing else to do. And other than that, I think that is just about everything. Any final thoughts?
Just shout out to our new friend, the Fabricio Old School. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thanks for helping us out, man.
Yeah, that's cool. We really enjoy seeing new people. Really enjoy the activity in chat. So, all right, y'all. We will see everybody in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Deuces.